This video is on removing my WoodMaxx WM7600 backhoe from my tractor. So step by step, the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to start the tractor, and so I can get the hydraulics going for the PTO pump, so I can manipulate all the hydraulics on the backhoe so they can help me do what I need to do. Then I'll unhook it from the tractor. The pins at the bottom where the lift arms are, which is down to the bottom, as you can see, it's right there. And then I'll take off up here. I'll take off the top link from the tractor right here, and then even while the tractor is running and the PTO is running, I'll pull the tractor forward to get the backhoe off of the tractor and give me enough clearance so I can get in and get the PTO pump off of the tractor. So that'll be the steps I do, and the tractor will have to be running for most of this. I will try and keep the RPMs down on it so you can hear, and I just wanted to explain it a little before I actually start the tractor, so I'll start it now. Trying to get it so that this piece here is sitting on this brace, so I have access still to get this off. And I've got it really close now to where I'm going to want it, so I'm going to lower it a little bit and let it sit on the pallet. This pin on the other side happens to be turned this way and it's in the way. I need to get the weight off of that, so I'm going to let it down and get the weight off of that, and then try and push that pin around or pound it, one of the two. to extend the boom a little bit. You can see the boom is not touching the pallet. So I'm going to extend it a little bit. First I'm going to lift it up just slightly. And one of the things you get to do, and I forgot to mention this, is I have a lock pin in here. You see it right here. There's a little bar right here. I'm going to have to take that out to be able to maneuver the boom. Push the boom out a little bit. Lift it up, push it out. Retract the bucket, push it out. Try to get the very bottom of that bucket to sit right on that 2x6 that you see there. Try to straighten it up here a little bit. Lower it, and you'll see it'll push the pallet down. Now I've got the weight pretty much on the pallet. If you look at the stabilizer arms, they're off the floor. I'm going to go ahead and raise them just to get it all the way off the weight all the way onto the pallet. To be able to take those pins out, start to remove it from the tractor. This is, by the way, I've had it on and off the B7800 dozens of times. This is the first time I'm taking it off of this tractor, so I might have to adjust some of my steps a little bit. One of the things you have to be really careful about with these 3-point hookups is if you have a lot of lifting power here, and that pin was kind of stuck in there, and you have to resist the temptation to go to your lift arms and adjust those to try and loosen that pin up or down, because if you lift up on it and that pin's still in there, you can break this or bend it. At least that's what the danger is. I don't think this tractor has enough lifting power to do that. I know the other one does not. But I don't want to play with this height if I can help it until I get it off. I'll go around to the other side now. Inside. took care of the two lift arms. I'm going to go around the other side, and I'm going to do this part here, so hopefully you can see better what I'm doing in here. But really all I'm going to do is take off that top link. And all I really have to do there is get that pin out. I'm leaving the tractor running because, I'm going to get the camera a little closer here. I'm going to leave the tractor running because I may need to move the boom if I move the boom in and out, I'm going to take pressure on and off of this link here, and that'll help me loosen that pin or get the pressure off that pin so it just pops right out. So it's stuck. I can't just push on it, so I'm going to try pushing a little bit on the boom to see what happens. See, it just moved right there, so I know I'm really close to it being. Free from the backhoe, or from the tractor, I'm sorry. So now I'm going to pull the tractor away. Sometimes I can move the dolly that way. It's easier if I have enough room to move the tractor forward slightly. And then that way I can finish with the removal of the PTO pump, which is really the last step to this. You can see it's chained here and it's chained over here. And it keeps it from rotating while it holds it in place while the PTO spins. Are only so long, I can't just keep pulling away, but I wanted to do this to show you that I do want to keep that running at least until now. Now I can shut it off because now the only thing I'm left with is taking it off. So I'm going to have to get in front of the camera slightly here to remove this chain. There's just I'm just going to unscrew this. I need a pair of pliers to get that loose. I originally got this my first PTO pump I got from WoodMaxx leaked gear oil. It didn't leak hydraulic fluid. And instead of sending me the seal kit, they just sent me a new PTO pump, which is fine. I don't know if I would say that this is a real high quality pump. It does leak a little bit of hydraulic fluid now, which is a little less of a concern for me than the gear oil was. But as far as working for me and doing its job, it has done it. I have really not had any more issues with it than that. I think one of the things about it that it kind of irritates me is just the fact that you can see that I have to work in a kind of a tight spot here with the backhoe close to me to get it off. And so you're always kind of jammed in to do it. But it's after you get used to doing it, it's not too bad. And I'm removing a link from the chain right now with the removable link to try and get this chain unchained from the lift arm. There, I've got it undone there. So now it's unchained, so all I have to do now is remove it from the PTO of the tractor. One funny thing is the way they have the collar that goes around this thing, it kind of works the opposite way of what you would expect. So instead of pulling back on the top collar, which is what I would expect, you have to push in on the bottom collar, and that was a hard lesson learned that day. It slips off, as you can see, pretty easy. I do have a rubber tie around this to try and keep those hoses from getting too close to the ground when I travel. I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to start the tractor and pull away just to make it easier for me to finish, because I'm just going to take that PTO pump and hang it up here to store it. All right, so now I'm going to back away for a little wider of a shot here. All I'm going to do is hang it up by here by the seat so that I can more easily move everything around. All I generally do is put it up, set it on the tractor here, and then I just take the chain and I chain it around the center here, so it gives me a way to keep everything local to the dolly. And I have a rubber tie down that I put on the two stabilizers, because they leak a little. That valve leaks a little, and over time those will come down. So I put a tie down on it so that it stays more compact when I store it. So that's all I do right there to get it off the tractor. And you see it took me longer because I was making the video, but in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you can take it off. It's pretty easy. I'm going to show you a little bit here of how hard it is to move around. It weighs about 1,000 pounds. So with one person, you can jiggle it. It's not super hard. I'm on a pretty level surface, pretty clean concrete here. I should say, actually, I dumped some dirt over here when I had those stabilizer arms down. I'm going to sweep it a little bit because it's going to make it a lot harder to roll around. Quick job. So here I'm going to try to push it to its home. we can see that, yeah, one person can move it. It's really nice. And it's really nice to have it on this dolly to put it back on the tractor, because you really need to have it level and straight, and you need to be able to adjust it, and you can do it all being on this dolly. So my brand new, not quite brand new, but my new tractor, new to me. Switch it around. Got a slot over here, it goes in. So that gives you a little bit of an idea, at least. I was out of the frame there, but I put it over here. I'll show you where I stuck it, and I moved it in there by myself. So there I've got it in my little hole, and I pushed it in there pretty easy. So that shows you how to take it off. There'll be another video on how to put it on, and I'll probably do another video of me using it and talking about maybe some of the limitations of it. One of the reasons why I bought this tractor was it's a heavier tractor than my other one, and I needed it for that backhoe. And you can see the rear end of this tractor is heavier than at least the B7800. That's quite a bit heavier. So that's one thing I really like about it. Anyway, if you have any comments, please let me know. If you like this video, let me know. If you have any questions about what I just did, let me know that too. If you're thinking about getting one, you have one, or you've seen them and you have questions about 3-point backhoes, I've used that one extensively and have done many projects with it and been nothing but happy with it. So just let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.